Christian talked about,
A lot.
Houston. Yes, he did talk a lot, but he talked about these four games as a push, and you want to be pushing the right way. And he's almost treating these things like they're playoff games. How do you see Houston in these final four regular season games?
2 home, 2 away. Everything to play for. Tight standings. I mean, we've been in a good run of form since a while ago. Actually didn't update the math since the draw, but we've been at a pretty good clip. But we got to finish these 4 games at the same clip. So he's correct. But we all talk about it. I thought their application today on the field is probably more powerful than Christian's words. I think they all put it in. So we'll see if the actions against Houston and Vancouver and Portland and Colorado. Let's see.
How nice is that as a coach to see that after the guys get a few days off in some needed rest, but to come out here and have a practice like that?
We came in yesterday to prime them, just from the physical perspective, because a lot of guys went out of town. And so today's a work day, tomorrow's a work day, and then we'll give them a day off, 2 training days leading into the game. So I think the fitness guys did a good job scheduling the week, and the players are applying themselves.
What was the balance?
Brian, you had an opportunity to step away from the game for a couple of days. How important is it for your players as they prepare for that playoff push to be able to do that, but to be able to then come back and deliver on their promise to you of coming back and giving you a good work day?
Well, I think it's not a promise to me, it's a promise to the fans, because I think that's number one. It's a promise to themselves, because they do work hard. They've worked hard all year. They've overcame some adversity. I wish I could have given them 4 days off. Normally, in a normal year, without some of the Leagues Cup stuff, we'd give them a break in either the September or October window prior to the playoffs to give them a real reset. But, again, Jose, judging by today, they've started to, do their work.
With that in mind, what's the balance of resetting, but also going over the tape of what happened in San Jose and getting the things that didn't happen right?
We showed the tape individually in small groups, not as a group setting, because we were pushed past it, so it's more individual.
What did you see out of it? Did you get to reflect on it? We kind of talked about that game, the way.
Yeah, couldn't put the game away at 2-1. Couple of defensive errors, and couldn't find that third goal.
When we look at Pedro de la Vega, it seems like there was a couple of times where he's rushing a mid-range shot where maybe he could have brought down the ball.
It's the easiest thing to see. The kid did some good things.
He did some good things, but my question was, how much do you do to make sure to talk to him so he understands that there's no pressure to just play his game?
He was one of the guys that I talked to personally. So he's in a good spot.
Houston, I know we talked
Tough
about
team.
4 matches. Tell me about Houston.
Tough team, good possession team, might be missing one of their top players. Obviously, they were, in Austin and got a good road result prior to coming here. But everybody's got a tight schedule. Everybody's playing Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, or some version of that. So, how do they work on this game, knowing they've got a couple home games? But, good team. I like Benny, one of the old school guys.
Kokarski is a guy that when Hector Herrera's not in there, he plays more next to Arthur. Does that change in any ways the way you prepare for a player like him?
No. He's a tremendous player. You saw the bicycle kick goal, deflected off someone, but he's got that big-time game capability. So we'll be aware of him.
Health-wise, we didn't see JP. Would you say to
the
Colorado?
only one. Maybe get him up to speed for Colorado, maybe. It's a maybe.
You have always had a lot of great international talent, but this squad has a lot of local talent as well. One of those players, Paul Rothrock, what has he meant to this team?
Well, surprise in a good way. He has impacted games, not just through his hustle, but actually on the score sheet. So it's a great story. I think the story of him and Jackson growing up together, same Capitol Hill team or whatever it was, it's a pretty good story. But he's helped us win games.
What's been more surprising when it comes to Paul? Is it his ability to find spaces to score, or is it maybe that flair, that defiance when he's on one-on-one trying to beat out
His
players?
ability to come from here to raise his performance to go to here. That's been the most, he does a lot of good things. He's a good soccer player. But does he have one exceptional trait? Maybe his work rate, maybe that's his calling card. But he's also tactically smart, has increased his dribbling, He's been good.
Brian, 4 games left, and do you feel like you are contractually playing for your future here, or do you feel like you've done enough? You don't think about the contract
I don't think
things,
about the
or
contract. That'll sort itself out.
so you don't feel like you're playing out for anything other than just getting the guy.
I think our record at this club speaks for itself.